Hello, you beautiful souls, and welcome to this YouTube video. This is super random, and I know I say this with all of my videos, but I'm in New Zealand, and I wish I could give you guys a better background, because there's so much nature here, but it's actually raining, and it's super cloudy outside. But yeah, also my hair is, I don't know what's going on with my hair. It looks super dry. It looks like hay, but that's fine. Um, I'm with my friend, and we were just talking, and it was so funny because we were both going through the same thing at the same time. We were overstimulated, and I was about to go on a walk because I was really overstimulated. And she just went on a walk, and we talked about it, and I actually really felt like I needed to record this video instead, and I'm gonna go on a walk later, but I really had to just sit down and talk and record, and I don't really know what direction this video is heading towards, but I just feel like I need to talk about this. So to give you a little bit of a backstory, if you know me, and if you know my channel, if you know my Instagram, I've had a very difficult relationship with social media pretty much since I was 12, and over the past 2 years specifically, I've really questioned everything, and I really started looking at my relationship with social media, and I just noticed how fucked up it was. I just noticed how badly it influenced my life, and how in many ways it made my life so much worse, and how it deeply affected me in so many ways. And I really looked at my relationship with it, and I found so many ways. Truly, it's been my own journey of 2 years of just finding ways to use social media, and even like being a content creator online for so long, kind of figuring out how I'm gonna do that, and how I'm gonna add social media, if at all, or the internet or technology into my life in a way that suits me and that adds to my life and not takes from my life. So it's been a journey, and I've been doing really well. It's been literally full of ups and downs. It's been quite a mess, and sometimes it was a mess. But I've done really well, and for the past 2 years, and especially last year, I've really found a way to add social media to my life. Not social media, but my phone to my life. I actually deleted social media for 2 years pretty much, and I completely stopped content creation, which I've done for 4-5 years straight. It was my entire life, and I completely stopped, and it made my life so much better. And I truly stopped using social media. For the past 1 or 2 years, and it didn't happen overnight, but there's a fly, by the way. Anyways, I really stopped consuming fast-paced content. It wasn't perfect. I still fell into consuming YouTube or whatever, switching to other platforms. But I've done really, really well. I started reading up to 50 books a year. I've read so much. I started writing. I started meditating daily up to an hour. Life was really good. It was just really, really good. I felt like I had more patience. Things were just going so well. And I did travel a lot in 2022 and 2021. In the past 2 years, I didn't travel as much. I only took trips that were like a week long. And I'm now currently on my first long, big trip since 2022, and that's New Zealand. And I've been here for about 3 weeks now, and I completely fell out of my routine, which brings me to my point, and which brings me to what I really want to talk about today. I completely fell out of my routine, which I had, and my routine wasn't even tied to the place I lived in, which it sometimes is, but I moved apartments, and like I said, I did travel, and I did, life wasn't very ordinary for me. I did a lot of different things. My life changed in a lot of ways, but I still had a routine, and I did super well with social media in a way that really felt good to me in my life. And now I just kind of found myself at a time and place in my life right now where I completely fell out of that routine, which sometimes happens with traveling. But that brings me to my point, because now after 2 years of really having a view of the other side of how things can be and how things can feel and how my brain can feel and how my life can feel without social media, without fast-paced content, without TikTok. Like I didn't open TikTok for 2 years. I've seen that side after 5 years of full-time content creation, having a screen time of like 12 hours a day, then to having that, and now after 2 years again, falling out of my routine again and seeing what it did to my brain and seeing how I feel. And I'm just now reflecting on the past 3 weeks, and 3 weeks have been beautiful. Like, I've seen so many beautiful things. But I'm once again seeing what social media is doing to my life and what social media is doing to my brain and how social media is draining my life force. And I just keep sitting here and I just kept thinking, how do you guys do this? And when I say you guys, I don't even mean this in like looking down on anyone, because I'm a part of it. And I'm even asking myself, how did I do this for so long? Because often we just stop and reflect on things when we really hit rock bottom, which happened for me. It did happen with a health breakdown that I had, which wasn't only related to social media, but social media and overstimulation and stress played a huge role in it. Because I think we now know by now, and we've seen that in the past few weeks, the effects that social media has on our brains are real. It's not just, it's silly, we have no attention span, it's silly, we're comparing ourselves. No, it has actual physical effects, negative effects on our body. It's on our brains. Because often we think, it's our brains, yeah, we have less of our attention span is not that long anymore, and blah, blah, blah. No, our brain literally affects the rest of our body. It's not just like fun and games and just whatever. It affects our entire body. It affects our health. I feel like a lot of people don't make that connection. Like, they see the brain and the mind as like the separate thing. No, it literally affects the entire body. So I do believe my health breakdown happened because of that. But yeah, often we just only stop and reflect when we really hit rock bottom. And I feel like a lot of people are currently reflecting on the way they're using social media. At least I hope they are. I've seen it a lot online, but of course we are in bubbles. So I don't know how widespread it is. But what I hear for so many people, and if that video found you, you are here for a reason. I trust that with all of my videos. I only record my videos to have people find them that need them in the moment. I have very few followers. I don't have many people that watch my videos regularly. That's fine. And I really record my videos super intuitively. And if you found this video, I really want you to look at the way you're using social media. And if you, of course, like, everyone should do that. But I don't care if you're a content creator. I don't care what you do, how you use social media. If you feel a call to step off social media, even to delete social media, go for it. This is your sign. And it won't be easy. And I'm not saying you should completely delete it now and never open it again, because it's difficult. You should do a step-by-step plan. There's one book that I really, really recommend. I do have a reconnect page on my website full of resources as well. It's not perfect yet, but I want to add more. But one book that I really recommend is Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport, which I love. I'm a digital minimalist through and through. It's one of my favorite books. I just spit a bit, but it was one of my favorite books of 2024. I love that book. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite books ever. But yeah, I really encourage you, and I'm gonna, in the future, post a step-by-step plan. I do have a lot up on my Instagram, which I posted like last year after not being on social media for a year, because I feel like I had to quickly jump on there and post a few highlights to share how I personally use social media less. And I know it sounds a bit stupid to tell you to go check out that thing that I posted on my Instagram. But like I said, I'll put it all up on my website because I love my website. And I'm a big firm believer in artists returning to websites and leaving social media, or at least leaving Instagram, because I yeah, I don't like Instagram. But I still have it because I'm a human being. But I don't use it, which is nice. I don't have it on my phone. I don't have it on anywhere. At least, yeah, I've kind of fallen back into it in the past few weeks using it on my computer. But on there, I really show how I use it, and how I basically incorporate social media into my life. But if this video has found you, truly my question is, how did we do it? How do we do it? Why do we do this to our brains? We know it's not good for us. I do feel like we're at a point in time right now where we are really, and I don't care if you believe in God, the universe, whatever, we are being called to look at our relationship with social media, because I feel like we're at a point at the moment where it could either go down hills or up hills, and it's kind of like, which side do you choose? Which side do you want to be on? Because technology is just going to, like, there's just going to be more and more of AI, like bots, whatever, social media. There's just going to be more and more. And the systems in place are not on our side. And that's the nicest way I can put it. The systems in place, the apps that we use on the daily, they're not here for us. That's all I can really say. We use them, and it feels like they are here for us. They have a lot of benefits. I'm not telling you to completely delete them, those apps, but just so you know, those apps are not here to be good for you. The people that create these apps don't use those apps themselves. They literally forbid their children from using them. They don't have good intentions at all. And I think we know that, and that's the nicest way I can put it without being a conspiracy theorist, which I love a good conspiracy theory. But that's the nicest way I can put it. And I just really believe this video found you at the right time, at the right place. And there's so much more that I want to do. A second thing that I want to add, and that's going to be the last thing I'm going to add, which I feel is just like an intuitive message that I want to give the people that are watching. Return to real community. Return to people gathering in real life. And I feel like we're seeing that. I feel like so many things in life, in the world, happen intuitively because the universe places those ideas and those urges into specific people. That's why I see such a rise in in-person events and gatherings and retreats and whatever. Literally, I've seen so many, and so many people are... There's a fly. I hope you guys don't hear it. I really see that everywhere. I started hosting workshops. I started hosting gatherings for people to come together with like-minded people, similar interests. And it is literally so simple to create a gathering. Even if you have to use social media to promote it, not saying it's, you have to completely go off social media and never step on the app again, but just be a digital minimalist and be mindful and intentional about how you use it, and find ways to get off the app and find ways to get community and be a part of community in real life and find like-minded people, because that's how you will heal your relationship with social media. The problem with social media is that the reason why it hooks us so much is because it meets so many basic needs that we as humans have. There's about probably more, but 5 entirely basic human needs that we need to survive. That we need to survive. Like, we need emotionally, like spiritually, mentally to survive. And even like physically, we can't, as humans, we need community. We need people around us. We need to feel supported. We need validation. Social media meets so many needs that we feel like if we don't use social media anymore, it almost feels like life changing in a really terrible way. It feels like we need social media to survive, to live. And I promise you, if I start identifying those basic needs that social media meets, and then find different alternatives, and finding community and like-minded people in real life is the first step. Finding hobbies, finding activities that aren't on social media, that aren't on a computer or a laptop or online, is the first step. And that's what I really wanted to say. So either attend gatherings. There's so many apps out there, meetup apps, not like dating meetup apps, but like events in your city. Host something with your friends, like a dinner night, like whatever it is. Attend a retreat, attend a yoga class. Like there's so much stuff if you start looking. And if you can't find what you're looking for, create it. But that's really what I feel called to talk about. That was a long ass video. But yeah, I just really had to talk about this, and I hope this made sense. Really, I just now currently feel even more inspired to really just add more and more to that website page I have, which is called Reconnect. I'm hosting events and retreats and workshops in the future that will be entirely offline, which I'm super excited for. I even have one planned for 2025, so stay tuned. It'll be in Europe. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments down below your relationship to social media, how social media currently adds or drains your life. I'm just really interested. And if you also feel, because I feel like a lot of people feel this right now, this inner feeling of a shift in the universe, in the world, when it comes to social media. And I feel like it's because a lot of people are awakening, and I think that's really beautiful, but it can be really hard. And especially social media, it's truly an addiction. Like, it is an addiction. And it's a harsh word, and we don't want to say we're addicted to our phones, but it's truly an addiction. It is absolutely an addiction. And it's super hard. It's super hard to heal that addiction. But it's possible. And I'm more than excited to get back into my brain healthy routine and a more quiet and peaceful and aligned life that is not full of noise and the overstimulation that social media brings. But yeah, that brings me to the end of this video. You can always check everything out down below. I'll put all the links down below, my website, all the stuff. You can check out my podcast. You can check out my website. My website is my baby. Yeah, I'll hopefully see you again soon. And leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more.